following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Yes, standard weapons, no heavy weapons. Weapons with minor extra functionality are fine.
Kick back grenade launcher.
I think even
That's
like
actually
that.
not a heavy weapon, that's a assault rifle.
Well, it's probably more even like the heavy tungsten rounds. You don't want to be using them because they'll go through the target and keep on going.
Too bad. They need to learn about that.
The outer wall should be resistant to that.
Should be.
Well, I mean, the outer walls are thicker than 5 foot, so yeah.
Thank you. I'll, maybe in the afternoon.
Of course. I shall see you then, maybe. Depends, I'm busy with a case. Also, I may have other plans.
Hopefully they're enjoyable plans.
It's got to be better than this.
What are you watching?
Can't believe your mouth is big enough
Because it was Solarian that he said
for both of us.
because he really gives.
It's,
Self-terminate.
it's related to the case from yesterday.
Why are you watching it all?
Need to make... Need it as evidence.
Then why don't you get your recruits to do it as a project?
No, I do not want to subject them to this.
True, actually. It wasn't fun being there.
I don't get it. They're 35, isn't that? What's wrong with this?
And that's the problem subjectively
She's
they wouldn't
cute.
understand.
Oh,
Yeah.
The thing is, and putting that in her mind, at least that's a weapon she can use against.
I will leave you to it.
Alright, thank you, Sir.
Farewell. Start me out.
Ugh. Oh, yuck.
And then Rover calls.
Is it big Rover call?
Yeah, I told
Sergeant?
Rover to call her.
Oh, to call to you. Okay, so then Rover will call.
Busy woman.
Tiala.
So, update on the mission. The guy we're looking for appears to have been abducted by somebody else before us. So our missing person is missing. Before we got to them.
Alright. Again, if you need assistance, let me know.
We'll probably collect more info before... this might be multi-CSEC guys involved.
Ah. Okay. Do we need to notify Sarge?
I'm not sure what you would tell her, but we've got a range of names. Here's the names of these.
And the photos?
As long as I can take a picture of and update.
Yeah, you can easily take a photo.
Oh, I'm going to call Sarge again. Okay, yep, I'll do that.
Yeah. And the reverse image of each, so photo and the
And the stuff
reverse
on the
with
back.
the...
If you need me, let me know. Again, if you need a driver, just call Salo. At least you can get your vehicle to you. But if you're busy and you need to get out fast.
Roger that. I think he's got the race thing coming
Oh,
up.
you do? Do you?
Oh, he does. I'm investigating.
I wonder how Carney's playing, how the game's going. Oh, yeah. So, on another note, Tess was getting herself sized up for a dress already.
Oh, that's right. Is she getting something nice for the night?
I hope so. She's busy at the moment playing games with Carney. But she's making Zalo pay for it all.
Well, I was going to say she could use the entertainment fund I gave her if it came down to it.
We've got a budget and she could use our budget. But this is a Zalo op, so...
In earlier news, he also picked up a ring, and and it sent him back quite a bit. Aquamarine.
Hold on. He bought a real ring.
Yeah. And then, because he's Zalo, he got it modified in some way.
Does he not remember that it's meant to be a... Not... Oh no. He's going all in. Is this a real engagement that's hidden behind a fake engagement?
That's too much thinking for me.
It's kind of sweet, but I'm going to stay on. I'm going to stay on.
You might have to. Sorry, the other mission. Yep. All right.
Yep.
Just let me know.
Shut it down. It's just like Tess was getting sized for a dress.
I know. Solo bought a real ring.
Yes.
And he's got stopped by one of my old favourites to have it modified.
What did he do to it? I was kind of worried
Oh,
about.
that'll be a surprise. It's awesome. Actually, Zalo's really pulled it out of the bag for this one. Remind me not to chastise him so much. Anyway, look what I found.
As I say, we'll cut to Zalo soon. I believe we've got one more call.
One
to the
more
sergeant
call,
first.
Isn't getting it out of the way.
I'll call Sergeant.
Fucking what?
I was about to. I wasn't. She was going to say fucking. She was just being like, "What is it now?" Sorry.
I know. If it wasn't
So we
important,
should probably sign off as Kanara since we are sisters.
Oh, fuck you. I'm working so hard. And you just waltz in with family connections? Nepotism.
this is work orientated. The case that Logan and Rosa are working on at the moment. Here's pictures of the assailant and others that he's associated with. He's missing, and it seems like the bounty hunter is involved as well somehow. And I'll
Some of them might be current officers.
Three of those are still current officers.
which three?
Servilius, Galtus, and Tychus.
I mark those three on the map straight away as active members. Is there anything about them? Are they above board? Nothing.
Fine officers, from what I can tell. A little brash, maybe. That whole group was, though, but
And
They really are the German.
not as brash as the
of the two.
of the two involved.
Question then: are those three working at the moment, or are they off?
Let me have a look.
Because if they're AWOL,
Tychus is currently somewhere out on patrol on the Tayseri ward. He seems to be closer to the... he should be actually not too far away from here. He's up near the Presidium area.
normal beat,
Standard beat. Nothing important for him to do at the moment.
and the other two.
Let's have a look. Servilius he's got a day off. He was working 2 days ago. He'll be back tomorrow. And Galtus, of course, he's transferred to Kithoy ward. That's why I don't see him. I'd have to check with them to see if he's working today.
Alright, not a problem. But
He's still in our system.
yep, no, that's helpful. I'll update the other others of this. Thank you. I'll get one of them to call you next time. Sorry.
That is fine. Kanara out.
Kanara.
Right, I'll update the last bit of information on the Battle.net.
Well, I've got some people to question. Anyway, look what I found. It's the video of the fight.
Okay. So you see...
They've come out of the bedroom, both wearing very little. One of them
No,
in a banana yellow thong.
Battle negligee.
you basically see... I gotta make sure I get the
Because
right
that picture,
names
they look
in the
really
right order.
gay.
You see Tulsius, seems to be just watching TV in the living room, and then the doorbell sounds.
Oh, these are the kinds with sound. Turn it up.
Yeah. And what the?
No one ever rings doorbells.
And then he goes. He goes and gets the gun out from under his bed. Which you don't see the footage in the bedroom, of course, but you see him go into the bedroom. The doorbell rings again a few times, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming." And he comes out, and he's got the gun. It looks like it's the same gun that he's holding in picture 3. Pistol. And he... The one where he's being tripped into, almost.
Oh, that's a fancy gun. I think I recognize it. Wasn't it one of the... like, the unlocks you had to get, in... It didn't collapse. It was, it, like, shot, It was special somehow. It was in the games. It's a special gun that does special things. So we need to figure out what that is and be aware.
And then he goes up to the door and he opens it. With the gun, he's got the gun behind his back.
Sorry.
And then a Turian in armor, which you would probably assume to be Valerius, but he's in full armor, so you can't tell. Walks in. They start having a little shove war at the start.
Seasick armor?
No.
No, he's the bounty hunter, I'm guessing.
Yeah. There's a little bit of shoving, and then Tolsius pulls the gun from around behind his back, but Valerius just like smacks it out of his hand as a reflex action, and it goes scrittering off into the sort of kitchenette area.
Mm-hmm.
And then they basically fight each other, like smash each other into the lounge. And then
None of them are saying anything during this whole thing.
well, I mean, there's grunts and stuff. You can't pick up any audio
Sounds like
at the other end of the.
So just silent shoving and then grunts.
Well, you don't pick up any audio when they're way over close to the door. It's not until the fight moves over into the living room area again.
Not it.
Just the symbol.
And then there's
In
like
5.
"Grunt, you son of a bitch, fuck you." You're not killing me, stuff like that. And then somehow Tolsius manages to rip off Valerius's helmet and then smacks him in the head with his own helmet.
Ah, this is setting a precedent for us
Like
to take
he
people's
pulls it off
helmets
and then
in
like
combat.
reverses it and brings the crown of the helmet down onto his head.
So helmets can be removed in combat, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, with enough effort. Like, yeah, he basically got behind him and then, like, eventually wrenched it off after a struggle. He was in a grapple for like 2 to 3 rounds. And then there's more fighting, more smashing into things. The mirror gets smashed into. And then Tolsius knocks Valerius out. By the look of it, like he hits him really hard in the face and he goes down. And then he looks around. Like he takes a little moment to sort of just gather his breath and everything again. Looks around and then he picks up the body, and then he takes it somewhere off screen, and then he wanders, and then he will hammer on past. Probably about 5 minutes would pass, and then he comes back onto screen, and he's got it in a big garbage sack style thing. It's not like a body bag, but it's
just call each of it.
And he
M5.
heads out the apartment carrying it. Looks sheepishly out the front door, and then leaves.
I assume he's got to stay there for some time and edit the footage off the cameras? Or did he hack into them later?
He would. He doesn't come back, so you would assume that he either did it later or he set it up to delete that on a timer when maybe during that 5-minute period he disappeared.
Okay. He did.
Very wide on at the Tachanka.
The photos, were they displayed somewhere in the apartment that were knocked down, or they came off one of them during the struggle?
They were displayed during that. You would see them propped up on a bookcase style thing in the living room, and when they were slamming each other around, they got knocked over and knocked to the ground. That was just when you found them and picked them up.
Be right back, I guess. I'm just going to walk over into the kitchenette and, crouch down and look around and see if the pistol's still there that was taken.
Okay, yeah. Search. I believe search is a...
Damn it.
If investigation's higher, then use that.
You want to step in and try? I rolled a 1. I can't see shit.
Investigate, right?
You can do investigate or search, either one, whichever one's higher. I mean, you're getting a bonus from the fact that you saw approximately where it went. I mean, unfortunately, Rosa literally rolled a 1.
17.
Yeah, you find it basically wedged under like a garbage, the bottom of the garbage disposal in the kitchenette. So it's like you see the handle sticking out because it obviously slid under there, and the handle was a little bit thicker, so it just went stop.
What are the stats on that?
D6 damage.
Crime gun.
Oh, you already looked up what it is.
SA2. -3 recoil. Holds 12 shots. 30-foot range.
So it's a shit gun.
It deals more damage to shields, I think. It's a product of the Alliance's hand cannon project.
Yeah, you need to look up the it's got a 1 mark on it, so it's got a extra.
Yeah, I think that's the... was designed to break shield HP and synthetics and mechs, so it deals +2 damage per shot, and it's also multiplied on a crit. And it gets the same upgrade tree as the Carfix.
No, so it's shit. Okay. The dainty little gun for miss.
Well,
Good find.
+2 per shot.
Okay, so one of them's dead. I can't remember which one.
Like Valerius?
Valerius, the bounty hunter. It
Release
seems he
that
died.
conscious.
He got dragged off. He didn't come back, so yeah, he
Either
dumped.
died or got knocked out, basically.
He died or he's dumped. Now, how much time? 5 minutes he was gone, right?
He was off screen for 5 minutes and
All right,
the
Rover.
bedroom area.
How far away do you think you could drag a body in 2.5 minutes? Say 2 minutes. We've got to search those areas.
My experience, I've never tried dragging someone that far, but similar body weight, my own. I've had to carry humans, couldn't have gotten too far.
Okay. Fan out, search those areas. I'm going to just fast forward through the rest of this to see if anyone else has been in here.
So I'm just making sure you're clear. He took the body for fight towards the bedroom, off camera in the direction of the bedroom for 5 minutes, then came back with a big garbage bag thing over his shoulder.
Oh, and
Yeah.
then he just left and never
And
came
left.
back.
He left. He went out the front door, looked around, and then closed it behind him. Yeah,
And he never came back.
he hasn't come back on any of the footage that you've seen since.
Yeah, I'm just going to fast forward through the footage. Here, make sure he didn't come back.
Probably go back to the closet and see whether any like the suits have like zip bags or anything that have been taken.
You will find, and then I'll jump to Zalo after this. You will find, because you haven't done this before, and it'll be about time for you to get your ring stuff. But yeah, you do find in the bottom of the wardrobe there's like something similar to a shoebox, and it's just got these big roll-out garbage bags. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Garbage bags are like the body bag things from the type that we use.
They're more like just a garbage bag. They're just long. You suspect that not long enough for a whole body, but you suspect that he probably put one on the bottom half and one on the top half, and then probably that's probably what you saw being carried.
So unlikely this was planned, and he had to hodgepodge something together. What kind of Mickey Mouse shit is that? Yeah, so I'd probably just be translating that to Logan. It's just like that. It looks like he improvised a way to.
Yes, yes. Well, it looks like we could at least put a suit on him for maybe murder. Although it would be self-defense. Either way, his old war buddy's dead. And he killed him. Seems there was no love lost based on this video here. Unless this is an extremely elaborate show. Wait a minute. Over by the door, the other camera's feed would have picked up what they were saying.
The one above the door.
Yeah.
Doesn't have audio. It's just a camera. Only the one in the living area's actually got audio.
Probably isn't worth my time to try and enhance the audio.
Just keep zooming.
Or increase its gain or something.
Beats me why he opened the door and then started the fight. If he
Yeah.
didn't want to see the guy, could have just kept the door closed.
I don't know. Something happened. Maybe they had a falling out. Maybe this is all for show. Maybe this is just an excuse for them to elope together.
Fortunately, middle face.
You can still see it. It's still recording inside your camera.
Including the tray of the ball.
The camera's coming back at your face.
Meanwhile, inside.
Yeah, just try not to imagine two gay Turians going at it.
It's just like, how will that even work?
It sounds like a workshop.
Yeah, that tail you on the road.
Oh no.
Ugh.
That tail.
A little.
Yeah, the really gay ones have it removed. No.
No, I don't get it either. Why would anyone want to have sex with a Turian?
With dust in your
Male.
Yes, while Logain is going through footage and everything, Zalo, it is time for you to go and collect your ring piece. Additional ring piece. Or drop off your ring to have the piece put in it, however you want it.
It's the pickup time.
Yeah, it's the pickup. I already dropped the ring off on the way to Max's.
That's right, you did too, yes.
How's the lab equipment going? To set up.
Yeah, I mean, it's more just like, I mean, you can roll to see how good a job you've done, but it's mostly just a time thing. It just takes time to set it up.
I wish I'd never rolled. I wish I'd just rolled with the it's a time thing.
You said to make sure that you
There we go.
It's not a single mainframe like him. You've actually got to make sure they're all hooked up in the correct manner.
35.
There we go.
Yeah, much better than a 1.
And basically, you've replicated like one of the labs, like the main lab, essentially in the base.
Mm.
You basically set it up the same way.
Makes sense. You keep it all as like as it was before for Family.
I mean, you don't need to set up the. Like I'm guessing you didn't set up
With the surgery
MRI
bed.
machines and all that kind of stuff, but the actual terminals are set up.
Mm.
But you could easily just, if you wanted to set them up, you could just put them in the appropriate spots, plug them in, and they'd be ready to go.
Mm. I'll have it done like a little ground tape, flex tape markings of where you could put the machines in case we want to set them up later. And then I will depart. Wave to any.
Solo's dead. No.
Nice. Where's their next shipmate? Krogan of some sort, I believe.
I'm more concerned about it. No, we're not at Krogan's anymore. Not after the last one.
I'm allergic to ambulances.
Okay, but we're not allowed Quarians anymore. Not after this one.
I would be okay with like a mini Krogan.
A mini.
Like a dwarven Krogan.
Get a biotic Krogan.
So when you said mini Krogan, I was just picturing a mini gun that fired Krogans. Like miniature Krogans, yeah.
I don't know why they make that noise.
Dangerous. But yeah, I will wave goodbye to any kids receiving further biotic trainings, and make my way to collect the ring.
This time they say bye without waving, and then Trishevska goes, "Good, you've learned."
I will have like braced for a wave like that, and then just a thumbs up afterwards.
Ah, excellent.
Good job.
Oh, you might get you.
I might get the best number too.
What's the best number?
Shavin.
Severn prostitute. That's why he likes it.
Like 9.
Cirrus Interactive Entertainment has finally announced the release date of the latest ABL game, ABL 2165. In an interview with lead designer Lana Devara, she stated that it would be releasing September 10th next year on all major systems. It's been 5 years since the last game, and we feel there's a lot of decent new features in this one, Devara said. Humans in the crowd for the first time, full integration with all leading Biodible table sims, not only the current rosters from all divisions, but also legacy players from the past, so you can have a dream team and dream teams and matches. We've also got a new mode, Biotivol, where the ball is replaced by a Volus. Playtesters have really loved that one. With the game almost a whole year away, Devara has assured ABL fans they won't be dry for content until then. We plan a demo release as early as March next year, she said. Also, we've got a team, season and character import option. So if you've created your own unique players, they'll be able to be imported into the new game and get access to all the new customization options and features. Also, if you've been running a series of league seasons, you'll be able to carry those on through too. So playing ABL 2160 isn't a waste of time.
I feel that someone really bitter with the games industry wrote this.
I don't know what to say. Somebody who thinks that maybe sports games should not come out every year,
and everything else the games industry's been doing that you tacitly support.
I get paid to support it.
That makes it worse. You're a
I
whore.
know, I'm a whore.
Yep.
I can't believe they've made 2,165 of those ABL games.
That's how it works.
And then, yeah, on my way.
You,
No dangerous
because they've been
rapid
doing stuff
transiting
for a
for
while,
me.
you arrive at your destination.
Go inside. See the man. Is he doing more micro? I do the same as before.
Oh, hello there. You're back.
I am. I'll make sure you put that in something before
Oh,
you.
of course. I've got a little container for it. It's
saw
right.
those.
Good.
Fuck. When I.
I'll fabricate him just like a little tray to.
Oh,
There you go.
thank you.
Isn't that going to expire after a set duration?
Not if it's fabricated.
And then I'll fabricate a little lid for it, just in case there's a breeze.
Thank you,
Lockable lid.
young man. I'm not dropping the price.
Oh, of course.
How could... Oh, yes, of course. Shit.
Is
where
he
did
a
I-
human? What is he?
No, he's like an old Turian. Yes, this one.
Thank you.
Oh, and here's that ribbon that came with it.
Oh, yeah, I better tie that back on.
And here's that ribbon that came with it. And here...
Just gonna roll a skill I don't have for it. I get an 8 to tie that bitch back on.
Your faggotry failed.
You tie a shoelace.
Perfect.
It's like you tie a shoe.
Yeah, not elegant at all.
No,
Don't have shoes.
Yeah.
no, but like
That's
the
why
type
it's
of knot
impressive.
that's-
All God's children have shoes, and you don't.
I could wear some fly kicks. They won't last. The suit will grind them down, but
Do you need any instructions on how to operate it?
yeah, actually, that might be helpful.
Okay, here is a little manual.
Do you have it in digital format?
Yes, turn it over. It's a little microchip.
Right, so if I just hook this into my Omni tool,
Yes.
I'll I guess I'll pass that on once the time comes.
Of course. You can add voice activations, of course.
Oh no, I'm being kidnapped.
Well, my thanks.
And it has a range of 16 kilometers.
That's a lot.
That's a fucking long laser.
Yeah. So that's for the tracking thing, or also for the remote access system.
Yes, and communication with it.
We could get a very, very long ship.
We've got one. But what you're thinking of is a superstar destroyer ringing in at a cushy 8 kilometers.
So we could get 2 of those. Just tape them in.
Nose on it.
Well, if I have any more microelectronic requirements, I'll definitely be back. I never did get the handful of small stuff myself.
Oh, it takes a lot of very delicate special work.
He's actually 23.
They tried to teach me, but I kept losing all of the bits.
No, that's the worst part.
Mm.
And every so often you stand up and you hear a tiny crunch under your foot and you're like, shit, there's $500 right there. Credit, sorry.
At least you're not going to lose that one if the lid's gone.
Thank you for the small container. I'm sure that other one will turn up.
I'm sure it will.
Crunch.
Fuck. I don't even know what that was.
Might have been the radio from earlier.
No.